Changes in Communication from 1850 to 2014 by Jacob Sifke. Changes in communication are a direct result of advancements made in technology. Human beings by far have the most complex and significant forms of communication, which has remained the case since the dawn of human history. Humans have, to this day, never stopped improving our methods of communication, and I believe we aren't going to slow down anytime soon. This video will cover not all the progress in terms of communications humans have made, but instead will only discuss the most recent and prominent adaptations. Let's rewind approximately 150 years to the mid-19th century to a world that was far different than the fully integrated world we live in today.
From April 1860 to October 1861, daring Pony Express riders and their noble steeds carried mail 1,966 miles between Missouri and California, racing across Kansas, Nebraska, Colorado, Wyoming, Utah, and Nevada. This bold idea was the brainchild of businessmen Russell, Majors, and Waddell. They established the Central Overland California and Pikes Peak Express Company to prove that mail carried by horse and rider could deliver important letters and business communication faster.
The Pony Express was short-lived due to the invention of the telegraph and it being able to reach much of the eastern United States and heading out west quickly, thus making the Pony Express obsolete. After the U.S. was connected from coast to coast, the next big advancement in communication came with the transatlantic telegraph that became functional in 1866, that made fast communication possible between Europe and the United States.
It wasn't until 1866 that a reliable connection was made. This marked the beginning of instantaneous communication between Europe and the United States, which continues today. Following the years of transcontinental unity, the telegraph was adapted for two-way communication during World War I. This technological breakthrough ignited the flame of modern media we know today.
A decade later, the telephone was invented, which forever changed the ways in which communication was viewed and used by the public. The invention of the telephone is credited to Alexander Graham Bell, who made the first phone call on March 10, 1876.
Is Alexander Graham Bell. He was a teacher from Scotland, but lived most of his life in the USA. He was fascinated with the new invention, the telegraph, that could send messages through telegraph lines as electrical impulses. He wondered if it might be possible to send the human voice as electrical impulses as well. Bell got a patent for his invention, and today it's considered the most valuable patent in the whole world.
Let's fast forward approximately 50 years, and we arrive at the age of the radio. People used and still use the radio as a major source of news because radios were decently cheap compared to other technologies that existed. After the invention of the radio, people around the world in circa 1935 saw the potential in the communication market, which helped spur further advancements. One such advancement was the television, which was invented by Philo Farnsworth after World War II.
There, with his two assistants, he attached an antenna to a kite and set it flying 400 feet up over the stormy Atlantic. On the morning of December 12, 1901, in an old abandoned hospital, Marconi took turns with his assistants listening on the earphone for signals from Cornwall. At noon, he heard 3 sharp clicks, Morse code for the letter S. A signal carried 2,137 miles, unimpeded by the Earth's curve, capable of reaching the far corners of the world. Marconi's discovery marked the dawn of the age of radio.
April the 3rd, 1973, the streets of New York, and Martin Cooper makes the world's first mobile phone call.
After 150 years, we have now seen how communication has changed from horseback delivery of letters to a mobile phone, but yet this is not the end of human ingenuity. And the World Wide Web is created in 1990 and gives us a way to quickly communicate within minutes to the other side of the world. This, along with the introduction of the home computer, dialed in to become known as the IT revolution. After the World Wide Web and the home computer, the next big invention came with the smartphone, which incorporated all of these technologies into one tiny device. It allowed people to have messaging capabilities, a telephone, a radio, a television, and the World Wide Web all in the palm of their hand.
Today, we're introducing 3 revolutionary products of this class. The first one is a widescreen iPod with touch controls. The second is a revolutionary mobile phone. And the third is a breakthrough internet communications device. So, 3 things: a widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications device. An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it? These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device.
The question now is, where do we go from here? My opinion is that technology is something that needs to be limited. We still need to focus on building personal relationships, and although technology can be very beneficial, we must also realize that changes in the way we communicate have their downsides as well. The following TED Talk sheds light and sums up my opinion on this matter in a fitting way.
Our fantasies of substitution have cost us. Now we all need to focus on the many, many ways technology can lead us back to our real lives, our own bodies, our own communities, our own politics, our own planet. They need us. Let's talk about how we can use digital technology, the technology of our dreams, to make this life the life we can love. Thank you.